The Supreme Court, the highest court in the United States, has ruled to grant former President Donald Trump immunity from certain legal cases. This decision has sent shockwaves through the nation, sparking intense debate about its implications for the future of American democracy. The ruling raises questions about the balance of power and the accountability of even the highest office in the land. The court's decision marks a significant moment in American legal history. It sets a new precedent for presidential immunity, potentially shielding future presidents from legal scrutiny while in office. The ruling has ignited a firestorm of reactions from both sides of the political spectrum, with some praising the decision as a victory for executive power and others condemning it as a dangerous erosion of democratic norms. Immunity, in this context, refers to legal protection from lawsuits or criminal charges. The Supreme Court's decision grants former President Trump immunity from legal action related to his actions while he was in office. This means that individuals or entities cannot sue or prosecute him for certain alleged wrongdoings that occurred during his presidency. The concept of presidential immunity is not new. It is rooted in the idea that the president needs to be free to carry out their duties without fear of constant litigation. However, the scope of this immunity has been a subject of debate throughout American history. This recent Supreme Court decision expands the boundaries of presidential immunity, potentially setting a new precedent for future cases. The Supreme Court's ruling came in response to a specific case involving former President Trump. While the details of the case are complex, the core issue revolved around whether the president could be held legally accountable for actions taken during their time in office. The court's decision in favor of immunity has significant implications for how presidents are viewed under the law. The case brought before the Supreme Court involved allegations of wrongdoing against then-President Trump. The court's decision to grant immunity effectively halted these legal proceedings. This ruling raises questions about the extent to which presidents are accountable for their actions and whether the existing legal framework adequately addresses potential abuses of power. The legal landscape after the ruling. The Supreme Court's decision has reshaped the legal landscape surrounding presidential immunity. It remains to be seen how this ruling will affect future cases, and whether it will lead to further attempts to expand executive power. Legal experts are carefully analyzing the decision and its potential long-term consequences for the American legal system. The ruling has sparked a debate about the balance of power between the different branches of government. Some argue that the decision tips the scales in favor of the executive branch, granting the president excessive protection from legal scrutiny. Others contend that the ruling merely clarifies existing legal precedent and ensures that the president can perform their duties without undue interference. A nation divided, reactions to the decision. The Supreme Court's decision has been met with a mixture of praise and condemnation from the American public. Supporters of the decision argue that it safeguards the presidency and prevents frivolous lawsuits from hindering the ability of the president to govern effectively. Conversely, critics of the ruling express concerns that it sets a dangerous precedent, potentially shielding presidents from accountability for even the most serious offenses. The decision has further deepened the political divide in the United States. It has become a rallying cry for both sides of the political spectrum, fueling existing tensions and highlighting the challenges facing American democracy. The debate surrounding the ruling reflects broader societal anxieties about the rule of law, the integrity of democratic institutions, and the future of the country.